The conversation about investing in shares is everywhere in the social media and even in the streets. Ever since the Denyoro speech, everyone is talking about shares, everyone is talking about NSC. But this is the hard truth. There are people who should not be even thinking about investing in shares. I don't mean to demean anyone, but there are groups of people that this is not the right time that they should start thinking about investing in shares. So in this video, I'm going to share 6 groups of such people who should not be thinking about investing in shares regardless of the hype that is going on. Before we do that, I remind you that this is Finance Focus with Andrew, and we share a financial tip each and every other day. So subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that you don't get to miss any of our financial tips. Let's dive into our topic for the day. The first group of people who should not think of buying shares or investing in shares is anyone who don't have an emergency fund. Now, if I stand here and tell you that investing in shares is a form of savings, that your CDS account is similar to a savings account, I deserve to be stoned to death. This is because investing in shares does not offer you that liquidity. So you should not take all the money that you have and invest in shares. This is the reason behind that. You know, life is not perfect and life throws emergencies and a few challenges here and there. So you might invest in shares today with your emergency fund, then you get an emergency next week. You will be forced to sell your shares even if it will be at a loss. So it is encouraged that you don't invest money that you might need tomorrow in shares. So if you don't have an emergency fund, kindly first focus on creating an emergency fund, then put that money that you don't need tomorrow into shares. Category number 2, if you don't have a stable source of income or you have challenges with cash flows, this is not the perfect time to invest in shares because I will not promise you that shares will give you a return instantly. So if you have 10,000 and that is the money between you and having no money, don't take that money into shares. Find a better use for that money, maybe some small business that you can do that will create more money for you a little bit faster so that you get to solve your cash flow problem. So if you are not sure about this month rent, don't use the only money that you have to invest in shares because you will not get returns instantly from shares and you might end up messing your financial journey more and more. So if you don't have a stable income or you have some cash flow challenges, don't take all the money that you have, the small money that you are left with, and invest in shares because the returns will not come fast. Category number 3, if you are chasing quick money, investing in shares rewards patience. So if you are finding somewhere to double your money within a week, within a month, investing in shares is not your place. So if you are looking for quick money, I think you need to search further. But don't try invest in shares if you are looking for quick money. Number 4, if you don't know anything about investing in shares, and this goes for any other investment that you ever think of doing as you continue to live on this earth, never invest in something that you don't understand. Regardless of the hype that is there about shares, regardless of what the Denyoro said about shares, let not that make you invest in shares without having sufficient information of how shares operates, what are shares, what to check when buying shares. Ensure you take your time, get to learn and fully understand or have a good foundation about shares before you throw your hard-earned money into shares. So if you know nothing about shares, regardless of the hype, avoid shares by all means. Group number 5, if you are controlled by emotions, investing in shares will always punish emotional investors. If every price increase will make you greed and buy more, if every price drop will make you panic and sell, you might end up losing a lot in the Nairobi Securities Exchange because one thing that you need to realize is that share prices changes on a daily basis. If you get to access the Nairobi Securities Exchange portal and see the movement, you will see that there are some shares that will always be in red and others will always be in green. So what it means that if you see a share in red, it means that the price has dropped from the previous price of the previous trading day price. It has dropped. So shares prices keep dropping on a daily basis, keeping and rising on a daily basis. So if you are controlled by emotions, you are likely to make buy and sell decisions every day, and you might end up losing a lot of money. The last category of people who should avoid buying shares right now, by all means, if you are paying some high interest debt, maybe you expect to invest in shares and get returns that will help you pay your debt, but the returns are not guaranteed, and this goes for any other investment. When working on your personal finance journey, the first thing that you should prioritize is paying off any debt that you are paying for, because it is most likely that you will be paying high interest for the debt than the return that you get from any investment that you make. So if you are paying a high interest debt, kindly focus on paying your debt before you think diving into shares. And this also applies to other types of investment. So to sum this up, I'm not saying that shares are bad. Shares are good, but not to everyone. For some groups of people, investing in shares might be the worst decisions that they make in their financial journey. So hold that decision. Take a step back on that decision of buying shares, and first create a foundation first. Shares will still be there. More companies will be listed in the Nairobi Securities Exchange. So create a foundation for yourself first, and once you are ready, shares will still be there. So if this video spoke to you, ensure you give a like. Share this video to someone who is very hyped towards investing in shares right now. And of course, do not forget to subscribe so that you can get more and more financial tips from this channel.